Good morning. My name is Oluwagbemiga, and we are welcoming you to our usual Monday morning trainings. And this is going live now on Zoom to all our team, and Nigeria-wise and globally. So, if you're privileged to be part of us this morning, we sincerely appreciate you for creating your time to be part of us this morning. Thank you so much. And the topic for this morning is called emotional intelligence. And before we go into the detail of the training, I would like to just chip in a simple story. And the first time I heard about the word emotional intelligence, the major intelligence we always know is the one we say, this person is very good, which is your IQ, your normal intellectual quotient that each and every one of us we are familiar with way back in school. But I think during my NYSC, that was 6 years ago, that I stumbled into a company called Fifth Year a business marketplace readiness or workplace readiness. So they prepare you either for workplace or either if you want to go and set up a business. And that was during my side program, I said 6 years ago. And we realized that a training topic came in, and that training topic was saying emotional intelligence. And I was like, which one is emotional intelligence again? We have not heard about this one before. And during the period of that training, I got tears dropped during that period. And I later realized that we are all emotional beings and not a logical being. And he got me to like, each and every one of us, we have one or two things we hang on to that we were not letting go. And as a result of the fact that we were not letting go of all those things, we ourselves were tied down. Like we had a chain tying us down that will not even let us move forward. And that's what they call in the Christendom forgiveness. So now I would like us to go through the same training. This man called Wale Tejumade is an emotional intelligence expert. You can go and search him online. So I took this training from him 6 years ago, and he said this. He said I should bring out a plain paper and then write people that I'm finding it difficult to forgive, things that they've done for me that I find it difficult to forget, and the place where that occurrence happened. I should write them down. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll write them down and keep them. He said, you are not going to keep them because that is the most dangerous thing for you. That we have a lot of people that they keep things of negativity instead of keep things of positivity. He now said we should tear that into pieces and then put it on the floor and drag it on the floor and pack it and trash it. And we see it as an external effect of the fact that it has also go through that same routine in our mind. And I would like us to also individually to adopt this same model in whatever that we need to do to let go. So let's move into the training proper. So we're going to start the training with this quote that says, when awareness is brought to an emotion, power is brought to your life. You know, we said something that we are not logical being, but we thought we make most of our decisions logically, but no, we make most of our decisions emotionally. But the only thing is, the brain is in 50-50. Create the content from the logical part, end it at the emotional part, you get a decision. But if you create the content in an emotional part and you now want to end it with a logical part, you will not get your results. That's why if you check something, it is the morning we start counting 1, 2, 3, this, and then at night all of us will go to bed and then we shut down. So we then realize that, oh, I think 24 hours as complete. So the morning part will be your logical part, while the night part will be your emotional part. So I'm just trying to use something we are used to to understand the difference between logic and emotion, and the fact that 99.9% of your decision making on a daily basis is run on an emotion, is not run on logic. The only thing is why you need logic is for us to make the right emotional decision. So then we're now saying that what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is an act of self-mastery of internal reaction due to external effect within a location in time. You can take, for example, you can be here right now and you are feeling good, and you just go to the ground floor and somebody just messed up with your mind, and how you gonna feel with that? But if you don't have what we call internal mastery, everything on your external can always trigger your emotion at any different level. And those are the things that we ought to put into consideration, into effective understanding, before we start making any decision that we actually want to put into play. If you check the image that I put in there, do you know that most of us now, I think we practically spend most of our day on WhatsApp, and then you see different emojis. You know that people use emoji to chat with us now. You know, when I send you love, something trigger in your mind. When I send you smile, something triggers in your mind. It shows that there is a brain interpretation to all these emojis, and that is why even some people said if you send them text without adding emoji, they may not be able to comprehend the direction of what you are trying to communicate. So we now say, what are the 6 major killers of internal emotion? The first one is criticism. Criticism, this can be self or environmental expression of disapproval in an unconstructive pattern of a person or thing. Okay, what are the things that, or what are the environment that is giving you series of criticism, and then you still keep yourself there? So we ought to be able to fine-tune the fact that, okay, I think this environment is toxic for me. I think I need to leave this environment now. It's not that time you are now trying to form a boss that you can contain it, because we are all humans and then we have our threshold. So it's meant to, for each and every one of us to understand to what extent can we allow somebody to give us self-doubt, self-rejection, you understand? And then, because we are the one that validate all those things. And if care is not taken, it is what people keep calling you over time. That is what you started reacting on. And we have to be very, very careful when it comes to external criticism. Even sometimes some people personally criticize themselves, or self-criticism. All right, let's move forward. The second killer is rejection. How can you manage rejection? Take for example, when you go out to market to a client and know, you are so excited, Mr. Olaniyan, Mr. Felix will give you the motivational charge, inspiration and all, and then on getting to the door of your client like this, the security first is the one that was, you can't see your guy, he's not around, he's not on seat, which you have called a girl, and then your inspiration and motivation balloon started reducing in its air. So how can you contain rejection? You know, we always say that if you remember the mathematics of negative times negative is equal to positive. If you understand that a no plus a no can later become a yes, you understand that rule, and then you will not fall for a no. So, and you still like, okay, let me give a more trial, let me try one more time, let me see how this thing can work. Oh, if I've come in this direction, can I go and rebuckle my shoe and see if I can come in a different direction to stop getting rejection? The third one is fear, and we said this is an expression of being afraid and worried about something bad or unpleasant. And there's something we say is that the definition of fear is false evidence appearing to be real. And people say this: move whenever you stumble on something that you are scared of, move closer to it. But how are you going to move closer to it? You need just information, knowledge of all those things that you are scared of, and start digesting those knowledge. And then the moment you are moving closer to it, the fear will just do what? It will disappear. So most of our customers, when we are asking them that, okay, oh, come and buy this, come and buy that, they are always skeptical at the beginning. They are scared. But always know that what they need, what they mean by scared is that they need more knowledge, they need more information from us that we need to feed their mind with. So once we were able to feed their mind with those knowledge, those information, then we'll be able to realize that they now make payments. Is it like you do any rocket science? No, we didn't do any rocket science. You just equip their mind more with information, knowledge that they need, and then they make that decision. So we can go to the next slide. Then the next one is when we are inconsistent with whatever we want to do. Take for example, we said, oh, every Thursday is site inspection. Oh, our site manager now say, sir, this Thursday we won't be able to go. Tell all the customer we cannot go. We'll go next week Saturday. And Saturday now come again. No, tell them we won't be able to make it this Saturday. Let's put it next week Tuesday. And that's like we realize Adbond likes something to be just one period. If Thursday is our site inspection, let Thursday remain our site inspection. If Monday is our training, which is the live one that we're doing right now, and the in-house office training, let it remain the same. And also, if take for example, this thing on Tuesday, I cannot catch up with them on Monday. I'll catch up with the audio part of the training on Tuesday. Fine, we'll make sure that audio training, which is the postcard training, remain on Tuesday. And as long as people understand that these people will come on Tuesday and meet us on Tuesday, then we are building our consistency strength, and then such killer will not be able to meet up with us. So the next one is irresponsibility. This is the lack of effective maturity and good judgment. Fine. What are we saying in this aspect? Take for example a client that have bought land, and then this client is ready to start building, and then we've collected the money. We didn't want to give this customer his own land. We now want to go and resell the land to another customer. Even some people, they can sell one land even to 10 customers and create. So that would be irresponsibility on the part of the organization. So now it's now left for Adbond and the team. Okay, in your own aspect, will customer give you money and then you go and you spend that money on your own personal problem first? Say maybe in 2 weeks I'll be able to pay the money back. No, that will be another high level of irresponsibility that we all need to ensure that we didn't allow them to catch up with us in whatever we are doing. Cowardice. This is a lack of courage or firmness of purpose towards right course of action. Take for example, I think we always tell some customer, oh, you pay 5k before we take you to site, but that 5k, when you come back and you pay, that 5k will remove it out of your money. So, and if we actually says that and we can help them to remove it out of their money, then we have kept to our word. But take for example, customer now say, I can't pay this money. Customer A, I can't pay this money. You now allow that one. Customer B, you now collect money from that one. Customer C, you leave that one. No, that will not be a good methodology of running what you are meant to run for people, because everything has to be the same. The only people that is exempted is if that person is coming with his own car and then the person wants to follow the logistic car at the back. Fine, such person don't pay any money. So another one is remedy of personal emotion. First one is self-acceptance to discovery. If you are tall, if you are short, if you are black, if you are light skinned, please accept yourself. If you don't accept yourself, forget what we call self-discovery. Even maybe some people, your teeth is bad, you have to accept it first before you now know that, okay, I think I can go to a dentist, they can clean it, they can wash it. Oh, I think I can get a denture, you understand, and then fix things up. But the moment you keep angry about the way you look, the way you appear, the way you talk, so another thing I learned from John Maxwell was that, oh, there have been some time I would like to be talking like John Maxwell. He said no, until you find your own voice and then you are comfortable in speaking in your own voice, that's when you will enjoy whatever you are actually doing. Right associate is the next one. The next one is right associate. Who are the people that you surround yourself with? Like we said, if we have 5 millionaires in this office, the next person coming into this office will also become a millionaire in a period of time. If that person is not putting pressure on herself, because all the 5 people wearing millionaire in that same period they got there, there were several rigorous work. They work on themselves, and also service to customers, service to humanity. They also render before they can achieve this. Effective study and meditation. Effective study and meditation will help you to attract quality information that will refine the intent of you that want to improve. And take, for example, you have a dirty cup, and then you want to clean it up. You can't clean it up without adding water into it to wipe it, to clean it. So that's the same thing that information, knowledge do in our intent. Then the next one is self-identity. Now, when you've now identified yourself, how will you now make sure that you are not abusing people with it, not being maybe a diabolic or trying to do something that it will just be for your own selfish interest? At everything you want to do, it has to be for your own selfish interest. So we have to also be able to use our self-identity for good accomplishment for people. So then the next one is responsibility curve. Okay, good. Take for example, you are trying to, when you are adding value to people, you will be going gradually and gradually and gradually. Maybe sometimes some people can just come and tarnish your image and say, okay, no, we don't want you again, we don't want this again. Naturally you will drop down. By the time you drop down, are you dropping down to continuously dropping down? You have to do some sort of reflection on yourself. Okay, what did I get wrong? What are the things I need to do right? Even sometimes, some of us in the office, I always complain, my workspace that is going on before the team, they are not even talking again, and the team will encourage me, don't worry. They will still talk, they will still do this, and it happens. So it's for me to just realize that, okay, these are the things you are not doing right, these are the things you need to put right, and not put emotions into it. Here is the SWOT analysis part, and like I said, we have something that is helpful and we have the one that is harmful. Now, the helpful one is your strength and opportunity, while the harmful one is your weakness and strength. And one is internal while the other is external. And that's why we always say, if you think deep, everything that is happening with nature is two. It's either male or female, morning and night, black or white, you understand, tall and short. Don't allow anybody to tell you medium. It's either you are rich or you are poor. Yes. So now, if we take a look at the internal is strength and weakness. Both of them, they are inside, while the external is opportunity and threat. All your opportunity are on the outside, because from what Miss Grace taught us last week, she said whenever you encounter a problem, it comes with its opportunities, and also whenever you encounter an opportunity, it come along with its own problem as well. And it's now left for you to decide, am I ready to do the work required to face this problem, to make this opportunity something that everybody will enjoy, not even just only you. So then we said the internal is the opportunity and threat. This same thing we just use mouth to explain in a data analysis of Adbond Harvest and Homes. Adbond, our strength is land provision, and we said we never miss our purpose at any time. Our purpose is to secure future space people can call home, and that is where you hear about our awareness. What next? Our awareness. You can hear Adbond is now in Ghana, Adbond is now in Botswana, Adbond is now going to so country, and you'll be wondering, what are these people doing? And another thing you'll be surprised about is that because people have secured their own space, you just realize that the land of that environment become expensive because they've bought it. And if you really say that this is a particular location that you are interested in, you have to buy it at their own price that they are willing to resell. So good, and that's why the land we are selling for 150 is currently 499,000 right now. So, and that is an opportunity for people that have grabbed that. So why our weakness are agro developers? Agro developer is more or less like our weakness in the sense that what if an agro developer did not do the project right, but as a result of Adbond Harvest and Homes, we were gonna make sure we do all we need to do to make agro developers do what they need to do. While our own opportunities, agriculture, government development, and also agro-tourism. So agro-tourism is also an added advantage. While the threat is agro-value chain and insurance. Take for example, we have promised customer that pineapple will grow in 18 months, and pineapple after it grows in 18 months, and buyers are not showing up. So, and that is why Adbond said something: buy, engage, and earn. Whatever you earn, that's what you take. But you help you to set a yardstick that okay, maybe something 61,000, it can be less and it can be more. But we guarantee you that your land appreciative value will give you an accumulative return on whatever you are expecting from the agric. So now, my own recommendation is, number one, intentional self-awareness. We have to work on intentional self-awareness, and the word intentional is you have to be at it every day. Like I need to figure this out, I need to figure that out, I need to know much about this, about myself. How did I always talk? How did I sound like? You have to have an accountability partner that can tell you the way it is, because as at that time you are working to cut off unnecessary emotional things and then face the reality and the fact of your being, and then enjoy who you are. So, and we can also back it up with daily self-action reflection. When I use the word daily self-action reflection, we got into the office. What are the things you do for the entire day? When you get back home, try to go inward, and then it's like I spoke to someone in a way I shouldn't have. It's like I like the way I make Mr. I like the way I make him feel today. I think I will repeat the same cycle because I've never made somebody feel this good. You understand? And then you keep such, like, okay, you like this about yourself, you like this about yourself. So the next one is personal mastery. What are the emotional patterns that always come to you? One is recognize it. Two is that you regulate it. Then the third one is that you react on it. If you react on it, repeat the cycle again. Recognize it again, regulate it, and then react on it. So because our emotion switches and they swings just like time, the way it always moves. That's why they say some people they have mood swing. They say some people have mood swing, and then that pattern, that emotional pattern can help you to always say, I think I like the emotion I have at so time. Then you go 3 steps backward. What are the things that gave me such emotion? And then you repeat it again, you regulate it, and then you react on it. Then there's this part we always call leadership connection. Leadership connection is not just about empathy. Empathy means maybe I'm in need of 2,000 naira and then you give me. No. Maybe there is a huge commitment that you need to have with whatever you are doing. Take for example, we have several e-staff, we have virtual staff. people that are working with us, that they are not coming to the office daily, but from our human resource, we're able to know that we still have inactive staff, and also we still have inactive virtual staff. And that is why we say, okay, let's come up with an annual audit of all the virtual. We start with virtual staff. We're going to e-staff very soon. We're going to audit all the e-staff, and then we remove all the people that we just want to stay with people that will be functional and see how things work. So that means we need people who we can be committed to, and also they can also be fully committed to us as well. Then the last one is optimism facilitates influence. If you don't have good vibe within yourself, you can't influence anybody. If you don't have something that can inspire people, if you don't have something that can encourage people, I don't like to use the word motivate, something that can encourage people, you can't even if you can't encourage yourself, you can't motivate yourself, you can't do it for another people. So it's now left for you to check yourself. Am I an otherwise of optimism, which is pessimism? Am I a pessimistic person? What are the things I don't even know right about myself, that I don't even validate myself? Oh, do you wake up on a morning basis and then praise yourself, appreciate yourself, say quality things to yourself, say good things to yourself? All those things, they might look odd at the beginning because we're not showered with praise. Why some of us that are showered with praise understand how that always make us have a good to go out day, and then feel like you're on top of the world, and then enjoy your day-to-day activity. So with the conclusion quote, it is very important to understand that emotional intelligence is not the opposite of intelligence. It is not the triumph of art overhead. It is the unique interception of both. Like I said, half is for emotion, half is for logic. So we have to just understand that both of them, they work hand in hand, and one cannot function well if the other is not also functioning well. Our training conclusion quote says that effective human functionality is found in an environment of continual learning with a supportive action drive for desired results. So, and what's this trying to say? Have an accountability partner, be a person of learning culture, and all your desired results will manifest in action. Thank you so much. You can put your questions and answer in our comment section below. We sincerely appreciate your time, and see you same time next week.